Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the award ceremony and to the official opening of the 56th Biennale of Art. We celebrate the 120th anniversary of the first exhibition. This is also the longest Biennale ever, 7 months, and this is a decision of ours. It's one of the most lively, most intense Biennales of all times, and this is a merit of Okwui. And we want to celebrate the institution as such, the way we work and the way in which we organize this exhibition. We all think that an exhibition like ours, an exhibition of the Biennale, is important for two very different but two equally important reasons or aspects, if you want. On the one hand, what is shown and what is there. On the other hand, it's definitely very important the spirit with which all those who come and do gather from all over the world. The spirit of the exhibition is the strength of the exhibition, the spirit with which people come and see it. And we want to always to consider a Biennale as the place where we can witness the work of art being brought to life in the very moment of the birth of the work of art, as if all those works that you see around have been given birth yesterday. The world of artists is the world to which we want, first of all, to celebrate with friendship and with loyalty. There is a second aspect, of course, of the Biennale that is always we care very much about, is whom we are talking to. And of course, it's our main task to promote knowledge, to look at things with a spirit of research, and to favor the dialogue between the world of artists and the world of arts. But of course, it's always our aim to promote and to enhance the dialogue between the world of art and the public. And while thanking all our guests of these days of vernissage, all of them, with whatever means they have reached the lagoon, will be waiting for the next weeks and months the army of young visitors, the backpack army, that will visit the Biennale in the coming months. And I'm always proud to say that 2 years ago, in a week of October, we had more visitors than during the vernissage. And this was due to the army of backpack young visitors coming to the Biennale. I want to thank, of course, first of all the artists who are taking part in this exhibition, those who are in the main exhibition curated by our curator, and those who are in the different pavilions, and those who are in the official pavilions of the countries, and those who are in the collateral exhibitions. Our grateful thought is, first of all, for them. Up to thank all the participants to the vernissage. A warm thank to the Okwui and his team They have been doing tremendous work, and the result is there to be in front of you, to be seen and appreciated. Let me also thank all our supporters and all those who have supported us, from the Ministry of Culture to our partner Swatch, to all donors and sponsors whose help is, of course, essential for bringing and developing this event through the years to higher and quality and higher levels. Then I want to thank, of course, the City of Venice and all those initiatives that are around us, promoted by so many different institutions and bodies, that makes the city in these days, I would say, crowded, sometimes putting some strain into the ordinary life of the city itself. Okwui has done a great work. His team has done a great work. The whole team of the Biennale has been doing a great work. Year by year, the capability of the Biennale grows. Year by year, we learn something more. Year by year, we learn a lot from our curators, whose personality adds to our experience. And year by year, we try to help our curators to apply at their best their experience, their knowledge, their wisdom. This is, I guess, what has happened also this time. And I'm glad to thank all of you for being here. I'm glad to thank Okwui and his team for the wonderful work they have been doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, President Baratta, for your introduction and for your very kind words. If I stand on the stage today facing all of you, it is because I have the enormous privilege and honor to stand on the stage with the artists in the Biennale. And I am immensely grateful to the Biennale Foundation, to President Baratta, and to all the members of the team of the Venice Biennale for giving me the opportunity to stand on this stage. As a curator, there is no strategy, there is no preparation, there is no rule book with which one arrives as a curator of Venice Biennale. It's a mystery. But when that call comes, if it ever comes, what is already very clear is that what this institution, this legendary institution represents, beginning in 1895, remains fundamental to the place and the role of art and artists in every society. And every 2 years, Venice Biennale, through its research, through its work, and through the spirit of risk, opens up its spaces to inscribe that fundamental fact of the essential importance of art and artists in every society. And that is to say that the work of imagination and what it entails, the spirit of rebellion to change our perspective, to open up new horizons, is one that cannot be calculated, but one that nevertheless defines who we are as a culture and as people. And I think that's why Venice Biennale is singular. Singular in so many respects, not only because it has outlasted many other events like it, but because it's been a touchstone, it's been a beacon of emulation across the world. So that's why for me it is an enormous privilege to have the opportunity and honor to organize this exhibition. It is a mammoth task. It's an exhibition that is riddled with contradictions, riddled with dualities, from intensity to sobriety, from moments of disquiet to moments of exhilaration. It's an exhibition made in the spirit of facing the rock of the present that is unruly, unbounded, unbuilt by so many social forces, each seeking a way to be heard. And that is why All the World's Futures is not an exhibition about singularity. It is an exhibition not only of plurality but of multiplicity, an exhibition which can only be understood from Sergei Eisenstein's notion of a dialectical montage. That is to say, in order to comprehend the exhibition, one must think, or one must approach it through thousands of little details that constitute the world of art and ideas that govern our sense of discovery, that also govern our sense of risk. After making such a huge exhibition, one risks saying too much, and I dare not say too much, except to use the opportunity to register my gratitude to the team of the Biennale, to thank everyone for their immense kindness, for their immense support, and also to my team members, Luz Gialui, Marcus Müller, Tim Rorik, for their resilience and for their incredible sense of commitment to the exhibition, to the artists, and to the institution that invited us to be here. I would like to also use the opportunity to thank my very good friend and colleague, David Ajay. I mean, if you experience the exhibition as a series of choreographed spaces, as a series of spatial and temporal narratives, it is because of the wondrous architecture David created. A space created for the kind of hospitality that art requires to be experienced. So I thank him. I would also like to thank Chris Rehberger and members of his team at Double Standard for working with us in the design of the publications and catalogs, and for giving us an image and a graphic identity that enables the reading of what we have put together over the last 18 months, a sense of clarity. But finally, as I began, I owe any success that this exhibition might have to the artists, because the artists answered the call. We have so many new works in the exhibition, and with so little time to make the exhibition, 18 months, I'm just simply amazed and astonished and so grateful to the artists for responding so powerfully, for responding so committedly. And if you don't mind, can we just simply give a huge round of applause to the artists? So, thank you all so much, and I turn the microphone to President Baratta.
I've asked the Minister of Culture of Italy to stay side by side to his wife in these days, waiting for a happy event. And we wish him all the best from here. I said waiting. But these are the moments, at least for a husband. Then comes the moment of the wife. Let me start with our program and with the ceremony of the awards ceremony. We have two sides. We divide the ceremony into parts. On the first one is the ceremony for giving the awards to the Golden Lions for a lifetime achievement and for services to the arts. In the second part of the ceremony, there will be the award given by the jury to the artists who are in the exhibition. So let me start with the Golden Lion for Lifetime Achievement that goes to El Anatsui, and I invite him to come on the stage. You read the motivation.
Yes.
No, you do.
Okay. It is my great privilege to read the motivation for the Golden Lion for Lifetime Achievement to El Anatsui. Born in 1944 in Anyako, Ghana, and based at the university town Nsukka in Nigeria since 1975. El Anatsui is perhaps the most significant living African artist working on the continent today. The award for which I recommended him is an important honor to an artist who has contributed immensely to the recognition of contemporary African artists in the global arena. It is also a worthy recognition of the originality of Anatsui's artistic vision, his long-term commitment to formal innovation, and his assertion through his work of the place of Africa's artistic and cultural traditions in international contemporary art. The Golden Lion Award acknowledges not just his recent successes internationally, but also his artistic influence amongst two generations of artists working in West Africa and beyond. It is also an acknowledgement of the sustained, crucial work he has done as an artist, mentor, and teacher for the past 45 years. A graduate of the sculpture program of the acclaimed Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, Anatsui's direction was determined not so much by the still neo-colonial 1960s curriculum of the art school as by his identification with the progressive cultural politics championed by Ghanaian and African cultural nationalists of the independence era. Working with everyday objects on which he imbued philosophical and idiomatic signs, Anatsui's earliest work consisted of round wood reliefs inspired by trays used by Kumasi traders for displaying their goods. On these trays, he carved Adinkra motifs and other designs, and in the process was attracted to the dynamic relationship between the rich symbolism and graphic power of Adinkra signs. Once aware of this possibility of simultaneous evocation of significant form and idea in Adinkra, Anasiu, who in 1975 joined the faculty of the Fine and Applied Arts Department at the University of Nigeria, expanded his field of artistic resources to other West African design and science systems and syllabaries, including Igbo Uli, Efik Nsibidi, Bamun, and Via scripts. In time, he became a leading member of the famed Nsukka School, presented at the important art exhibition of the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art in 1997. Today, Anasiu remains committed to the development of new artistic forms from African sources as well as from materials available in its local environment. El Anasiu.
Well, I don't know how to begin. When I was told that I was going to be given a lifetime award, I thought it was rather too early because I'm only 71, and I associate lifetime awards with ages like 90, 95, 100, then you're talking about lifetime. And my thinking was confirmed when some colleagues heard about it, and they also said, don't you think they're going to curtail your life by giving you this award? It means that your time is numbered. And then another one came and said, no. What's the name of the award? Say, Golden Lion Lifetime Achievement Award. He said, okay, Golden Lion means that if you are a lion, it means and gold does not rust. It means that your hunting skills are going to remain rustless. And so, well, I thought that they were kind of replicating the scenario of people looking at artworks and everybody giving it his own interpretation. Well, in accepting this award, I want to dedicate it to the two countries that I've lived in, Ghana, where I've lived for 31 years, and Nigeria, where I have been practicing for the past 40 years. And also to all artists of the world, because as an artist, you are going through the world and you are being influenced all over the place. So the award is not for me alone, but for everybody else who has contributed something to my life. Thank you.
Now, the special Golden Lion for services to the arts goes to Suzanne Getz.
It is my distinct pleasure and honor to read the motivation of the special Golden Lion for services to the arts to Suzanne Getz. Suzanne Gers is undeniably one of the most distinguished personalities in international contemporary art. Renowned for her analytical eye, conviction, and in the importance of experimentation and innovative practices over the last 40 years, Gers has played a pioneering role in the field by introducing and giving young artists such as Jeff Wall, Mike Kelly, Isa Genskin, Thomas Truth, and Kara Walker their first museum exhibitions. Modest and accessible, Gers is known as the artist museum director and curator. By consistently supporting, mentoring, and championing art across the globe. Now in her 70s, through her illustrious career, Gers eschewed ostentation and self-promotion. She worked with a firm belief that the spotlight should focus on the artist and not the curator. And in doing so, she played an influential role in educating the public and numerous younger curators on the importance of belief and total commitment to the vision of the artist. From 1974 until her retirement from Renaissance Society in 2013, Suzanne Gers curated over 160 exhibitions and spearheaded countless artistic and educational programs that remain till today the hallmarks of her important legacy. Her work at the Renaissance Society, the oldest contemporary art institution in the United States, located at the University of Chicago, transformed the institution into an internationally recognized exhibition space and as one of the most original and ambitious contemporary art museums in the United States. Gers was educated at Bryan College, the University of California, Berkeley, and Columbia University in New York, and has received numerous awards and honors for her distinguished service to the field of contemporary art. In 2014, Gers received the prestigious Benton Medal for Distinguished Public Service from the University of Chicago, awarded to those who have contributed in a systematic and distinguished way to shaping minds and disseminating knowledge. Nominated by members of the University of Chicago faculty and voted on by the Council of the University Senate, the Benton Medal has also been awarded to historian Tiamil Black and the U.S. Senator Paul Simon. Gers was the 12th recipient of the award, which was created in 1967 to honor Senator William H. Benton. Suzanne Gers.
I'm a very lucky woman. I've spent over 40 years in a profession where I love the work, the challenges, the artists, and the colleagues. I've had the privilege of working with some of the most creative artists on the face of this earth, some here with us today. And I want to thank all of you. And my family, my daughter Andrea is with me today, a great joy. And especially I want to thank Okwui, who's changed my life since meeting him in Johannesburg some 20 years ago. Through him, I've come to understand the enormous role that this work we do plays in our society. And so, thank you, Okwui, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much.
Now we have the second part of the ceremony. I invite the international jury to join us on the platform. Naomi Beckwith,
Sabine Bright-Wieser, Mario Codognato, Ranjit Hoskote, and Yongwoo Lee.
The jury has decided to assign 3 special mentions. Special mention to Haroon Farooqi, who died in 2014 and who was working to be seen at the Corderie at the Arsenale. The award will be received by Antti Heman and will be given by Naomi Beckwith. Thank you.
The jury is pleased to give special mention to the seminal important filmmaker Haroon Farooqi. And in Okwi's presentation for this biennial, in this sort of comprehensive presentation, he's made the entire body of this work accessible to the larger public. Thank you, Okwui, and congratulations.
Thank you, dear jury. Thank you, Okwui.
Special mention to Abunaddara, Giardini delle Vergini, Arsenale. Abunaddara, the group will not be present. The award will be given by Sabine Bright-Wieser, and Mario Codognato will read the motivation.
Special mention goes to the incredibly brave Abunaddara Collective for documenting the current political strife and human struggle for survival in Syria without taking sides.
He said it's gonna be kissed. So take this as a signify how anonymous the jury was operating, especially with this special mention.
Thank you, President. Thank you, Okwui.
Special mention to Massinissa Selmani, work in the Corderie Arsenale. The award will be received by Massinissa and will be given by Ranjit Hoskote.
The jury is very pleased to recognize with a special mention the work of Massinissa Selmani for working in a modest medium, drawing, which yet has the capacity to act far beyond its scale. So, congratulations. Thank you.
Je vais parler en français, ça va être plus simple pour moi. Je voudrais remercier tout le monde. Merci Okwui, merci l'équipe de la Biennale, et puis merci pour les gens qui me soutiennent. Voilà, merci beaucoup.
Now I have to announce one special mention to a national participation. And I invite to join me on Mr. Cesare Castelli, Commissioner of the Venice Province. And the special mention goes to the United States of America. And the award will be received by John Jonas.
I don't think I have to explain who Joan Jonas is. So you all know her. And Mr. Anatsi mentioned his age, but physically Joan is close to 80, but she now is 32 years old. Why? She did her first performance when she was 32. It was 1968. She's an artist of the times, and she's a symbol of spirituality, as you know. Joan.
Thank you, Youngwoo, and thank you very much to the Biennale and to the jury for this recognition, and to all the people who made this possible. I just want to say that it's a thrill for me to be in this, in the Biennale, in the context of the show that Okwui curated, and also with so many great artists. It's a great honor, and I think it's the reward artists have to be in a situation where we can communicate with one another and exchange ideas. I just would like to dedicate this moment to the memory of one of our colleagues who passed away. While we were installing the show, she came here, maybe it was 10 days ago. She was the editor of our catalog, Jane Farver. Jane was a dear friend of many of us who are in this room. She was a great curator, and I'll just mention one of her significant shows, Global Conceptualism, which I'm sure many of you know. And she inspired other curators. She supported young artists, older artists, and in short, it's a great loss, but I feel that she is with us in this room now. Thank you.
May I invite to join us on the floor Mr. Vittorio Zappalorto, who is Special Commissioner for the City of Venice. And I'm glad to announce with him the assignment of the Silver Lion for a promising young artist in the international exhibition. The award goes to Im Hwang Soon for the work is factory complex in the Arsenale within the building of the Artiglierie. Okwui will read the motivation, please.
The jury awards the Silver Lion for artist presentation to Im Hwang Soon for a moving video work that probes the nature of precarity in relation to the conditions of labor for women across Asia. Factory Complex takes the form of a documentary, but a direct, lightly mediated encounter with its subjects and their working conditions. Im Hwang Soon.
Thank you.
먼저 이런 큰 기회를 주신 그 베니스 비엔날레 측과 오쿠이 두 분과 또 이런 큰 상을 주신 심사위원님들께 대단히 감사하다는 말씀을 전합니다. 예.
I'm very honored to be here today, and I deeply appreciate to have this chance in my life to the artistic director Okwui and the juries and the Biennale Foundation.
그리고 사실 굉장히 흥분되는 자리인데 어떤 한국의 어떤 노동 현실이나 아시아의 노동 현실을 생각할 때 좀 마음이 무겁긴 합니다만 이 영화 속에 작품 속에 등장하는 그런 어떤 신념을 가지고 살아오신 분들 덕에 이런 작품을 할 수 있었습니다. 그래서 이분들께 그 감사와 위로의 말씀을 전하고 싶습니다. 이 자리를 빌어서.
And the one that I want to appreciate, the women in the very tough conditions and struggling and have a pain in the many Asian countries so far. So I could make this film because of their effort and life in struggles. So I appreciate them.
네, 감사합니다.
Thank you.
Golden Lion for Best Artist in the International Exhibition. I ask President Zaya, the President of Veneto region, to join me on the floor. The Golden Lion for Best Artist in the International Exhibition goes to Adrian Piper.
It gives me great pleasure to read the motivation for the Golden Lion to Adrian Piper. The jury awards the Golden Lion for artist presentation to Adrian Piper. A pioneering artist, Piper has reformed conceptual practice to include personal subjectivity of herself, her audience, and the publics in general. Her presentations invite us to engage in a lifelong performance of personal responsibility and call out attention to ephemeral and transitional character of value systems. Adrian Piper.
I'm humbled to have received this major, major honor. I'm so deeply honored by this. I'm very, very grateful to the jury, to the Biennale, for even inviting me to be here. And most of all, I'm so proud to be in the presence of all of the powerful and eloquent work in this exhibition. And that makes this prize for me even more meaningful. I'm immensely proud and happy and grateful. I'm honored to accept it on behalf of all of the artists who have contributed so much to the realization of Okwui Enwezor's vast and profound vision for contemporary art in the 21st century and its ability to effect not only change, but also progress. Without the dedication and commitment and forbearance of Luz Gialui and Paolo Cimarosti, the realization of my vision for my work would have been impossible to achieve. They exhibited martyr-like commitment and patience with my frequent tantrums, and I'm deeply grateful for that. I'm also grateful to Alexandra Durand de la Pen for special help at a very important moment. And finally, my heartfelt thanks to the judges for the enormous privilege of this reward. I'm very, very honored and deeply moved by their recognition. Thank you.
Golden Lion for the best national participation to the international exhibition. And it goes to the Republic of Armenia. The curator, Adelina Kubierian von Fürstenberg. Bitteschön. The Golden Lion for the National Pavilion goes to Armenia for forming a pavilion based on a people in diaspora, each artist engaging their specific locality as well as their heritage. The pavilion took the form of a palimpsest with contemporary positions inserted into a site of historic preservation. In a year that witnesses a significant milestone for the Armenian people, this pavilion marks the resilience of a transcultural confluence and exchanges.
Thank you very much. I really thank to all of you to be here today, Mr. President, dear Okwui, dear member of the jury. On the name of the Armenian government and Minister of Culture, I'm grateful to you for having chosen the National Pavilion of Armenia in this symbolic year of 2015. I would like to share this golden lion with the 18 artists of Armenity, Hayutun, the monastery of San Lazzaro, and the monks of the Mekitayan congregation. My thought goes to the Minister of Culture, Mrs. Hasmik Bogosian, who invited me to curate this show. Of course, to the Armenian diaspora and all over the world, to the sponsors and donors who helped me to make a reality of this idea, and the people who all helped me to, with their contribution to the realization. I belong to a generation of artists and art makers who believe that art can change the world. In reality, art is an instrument of awareness, art is a participation, a conscious use of events, thoughts. Art is defense of human rights and universal value, and more. I believe in the vision of Dostoevsky when he wrote, "Beauty will save the world." Thank you.
Well, the ceremony is almost over. Our warmest thanks to the jury. My personal warm thanks to Okwui, to all of you, and all together, I want to really thank the City of Venice who hosts us, support our invasions, and with great resilience goes through years and give us such wonderful opportunities. Thank you, Venice. Thank you.